In an advertisement, whether whoever is advertising a particular thing, a car advertisement, a lady may come or a actor may come, whether he is having the same car, no. So in a advertisement, for example, for a pan masala ad, the previous James Bond, okay, he acted. So whether he is using a pan, no. So in lot of things we see people using for a innerwear ad. Whether they use the same innerwear, no. So but Rashmika was trolled because of using chicken, because chicken is a target point for most of the media, for most of the time. Okay. The simple reason is chicken is one big industry in the country which never advertise, which never do any branding. So this is one of the reasons we are under target. So my question is, you just ask how many celebrities who are in the advertisement using the same product. Poultry industry, normally we go through lot of bad patch and very little good patch. So always there are few questions are asked, why our industry is in a bad patch. So normally the topics which will come is, because of overproduction this time price is not good. Or the increased raw material, so we are losing money. Or because of religious season, some particular months, people will not eat chicken, so the price is low. Or because of over expansion, we are doing it. Disease condition, poor management, all the above. Because these are the questions which is discussed again and again in our industry, but they are partially true, but not completely true. Because what happened, overproduction or over expansion, because I am into this industry for 31 years. 31 years we are hearing the same story, but industry has grown in a multiple fold. So over expansion, when the population is expanding, means the protein need also has to be expanded. So that is definitely not a reason. This is according to me. There are two reasons why the industry is unstable in India. One, our industry is predominantly a live bird market, 95%. This is only one market in the world which is having this many percentage of a live bird. Then second, our product is a commodity. Okay. The commodity means the commodity cannot demand a price. So when the customers are complaining about the price, here in our industry, most part of the time means customers are getting a higher price, means for us or the producers, the customer is the trader. The trader complains about prices, they don't have idea why I should choose from a particular producer. They can choose from X, they can choose from Y, or whoever give a lower price. So there is no difference. So this is the one reason, because we have a complaint of a price. What makes a product a commodity? A commodity is identical no matter who produces it. Because earlier when I was kid, okay, so I am from a south part, Tamil Nadu. So we used to have a idli and means rice. The same rice we purchase for cooking as a rice is used for idli also or dosa also. Today you go to the market, for eating it is different, for biryani it is different, and for means idli it is different. Okay? So means they have branded that. Whether there is any chicken which is different for a tandoori, different for biryani? No. So my chicken is for tandoori only. It is this much weight. And this is for a biryani. This is for curry cut. So we have not this one. But rice is a bigger commodity which is converted into a brand. So we can ask a question, what is the difference between a commodity and a brand? If customer sees that A or B, I can replace, this is a commodity. I want this particular soap or this particular hotel biryani, this particular thing, then it is a brand. So very simple. So we have a specialty, because you can ask your family members or women members can tell that they have a specificity of this masala I want, this ghee I want, this milk I want. But chicken, the choices are very, very less because most of the things are sold under a commodity, or at least 95% is sold as a commodity. So brand will have a loyal customers, but commodity cannot have a loyal customers. When we don't have a loyal customers, then we cannot demand a price. Because lot of businesses, they are ignoring the difference between a brand and a commodity. Poultry is one among them. You see, when my father constructed a house, so we don't know which TMT rod we were using. Okay, even we don't know or think or discuss much about what is the cement is used. What is the paint we do? That is the decision of the means contractor and the builder, they do it. But today, means most of us, if you are building, you are asking which is the TMT, which is the cement, which is the paint. Because these were commodities around 30 years back or 40 years back. All these industries has become a brand, and then once you become a brand, the price goes up. In the 30 years, cement industry, the price has gone up. TMT bar, the price has gone up because it has converted from a commodity market to a brand market. Because it is, what is the difference between a commodity and marketing? They tell that there is a conversation between a user and the brand. This is how their brand is evolving. But in our industry, we have a different thing. You go to a car market, the value of the company is pursued by the brand value of the particular product. But in our industry, we decide about a company in a different way. We tell that what is the breeder or layer capacity, how much breeders or how many lakhs breeders they are having in lay. That is the biggest company. And how much is the layer capacity, whether it is a 50,000 per batch or it is a 2 lakh per batch, then the value of the company changes. If we come to the broiler industry, it is not the brand which is understood in our industry. It is in our industry, the normal question is asked, how much he is placing per week? How many states he is placing? That's all, 2 questions. So means we are ourselves claiming that our industry is a commodity industry. So the bigger person is doing 1 crore plus. The smallest one is doing 10,000 per week broiler placement. So this is how we are perceiving our industry. So we are not creating a brand, then we are creating a size. So this is called as a relative market share. Relative market share means, you see, it is how it is considered is, in a year, how much big is my size and what is my market share in the total industry. This is how we think. Let me tell one example. In Bangalore, one of the evening, I went for a dinner in a hotel. The hotel was having another function, that is another car maker, they are having a launch program. Their new model, 4 cars are there and they are having a launch or a model, launching the model for the experience of the customers they are having. If you see, there the entry is, anybody cannot enter. Either they should be having a similar car, the same brand a car, or you have to have a car of this many crore plus. Then you will have an invitation and you are allowed inside. Okay? So if you see that company, their market spend and the visibility is very, very high in the high class or the higher class people of the country. Do you know how many cars they are selling? They are selling less than around 150 cars in a year. They are selling less than 150 cars in a year. But the visibility, the expenditure is there very, very high. And what the company spokesman, once I met him outside the country, he told that means India is growing at around 3 times faster than China. Okay? Means how many? Because they are selling more cars in China. But the growth is much, much faster in India. the car is Lamborghini. Okay. So you see, because in the same scale of what we are telling on the size, okay, India, the number one car seller is Maruti. But the perceived value is less, the margin is less, and the respect is less. So you see, the more brand you spend, the thing is will become a very big. So they tell in international, one company or one corporate will turn brand into a commodity. The company is Walmart. Whenever they buy, they tell that, okay, your material should be, I can pay only this much. They negotiate hardly and get the lowest price. They tell that Walmart is one company which convert brands into commodity, and lot of companies, what they do is, they make a separate batch or separate label for Walmart.